So, technical difficulties. This is the third take.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. We're gonna see a speed run a little bit, and it's mainly because we're both very impatient.
And we have like 2 hours to do this shit. We still gotta pack up.
Yeah, so
sorry. We'll get to the bottom of shit. Promise.
We decided to continue with this episode because you all seem to enjoy our suffering, so we'll see how long we can prolong it.
And it's my fault. It's always my fault because I'm the technical person. I am the technical excellence of this channel.
Yes.
It's my fault. I hate myself. God!
Excellence.
Anyway. Okay.
We're going over a book.
We are reading a new book. I've said that 3 times now. We are reading a new book.
What's it called, Mike?
It's called... I can't read it.
Reality
is broken.
And it's by Jane McGonigal.
Which I thought she was an Irish one, but I realized why I fucked that up last time.
By the picture, you'd think she might be Irish, but she's from Pennsylvania.
We were talking about Kill All Normies.
Oh, wait, where did she say? Wasn't she from Pennsylvania?
Pennsylvania. Yeah. We were talking about Kill All Normies earlier, and that chick is Irish.
Yeah.
So I was like...
Angela Nagel.
Yeah, because we were talking about doing that book, and then... We were just like, actually, Reality is Broken is pretty... We haven't read it.
And nobody reads books on video games.
Yeah,
so
and I'm down with that. I'd much rather read that than shit about 4chan.
So, the subtitle is called Why Games Make Us Better and How They Can Change the World. The central claim is that reality is broken, it's not engaging us enough, and it's not supplying us with a sense of purpose at all, and therefore there's a quote-unquote max exodus from reality to video games.
But video games are doing all of that for us.
What do you mean?
That's the point, is what she's saying. Video games are doing that for us. That's why people play video games more than ever right now.
She mentions the Lydians in Greece, ancient Greece. Herodotus wrote that, the Greeks engaged in gameplay for an entire day of the week to avoid thinking about food and stuff because they were going through a famine. And she's like, it can be used as a really good coping mechanism. It can be used, people retreat to games in times of need, and it gives people, an engaging sense of hope and all that kind of stuff, and purpose and achievement. And it also gives people a sense of community and shit like that, because you're engaging with other people. And, she basically warns that rather than letting games become more of an opium to the masses, they should be more of something that enables our best potential.
Yeah, which is pretty cool, because there's a part in the intro that we read about how 97% of gamers are youth, and it's just becoming more and more of a thing now that children are just playing video games and they're spending more of their time.
It's going to become a huge part of their lives.
Yeah, and
it's going to be relevant.
She mentions later on in the introduction, I don't know if you can pull that up, about how what she wants to do with video games. She basically wants to fix, the educational system. She thinks that video games can help that. She thinks that video games can help our society, the way that we view each other and interact with one another. Mm-hmm. And it's pretty great. And
she has a PhD in performance studies from the University of California at Berkeley.
She has the credentials.
And she says this book has elements of, what was it? Psychology, cognitive science, sociology, economics, political science, and performance theory in order to try to figure out exactly what makes a good game work.
And ERP.
Mm-hmm.
ERP.
What's ERP?
Erotic roleplay.
Oh my god, what the fuck? I see a future in which games continue to satisfy our hunger to be challenged and rewarded, to be creative and successful, to be social and part of something larger than ourselves. But I also see a future in which games we play stoke our appetite for engagement, pushing us and enabling us to make stronger connections and bigger contributions to the world around us.
So, we're going to read some of this. We're going to talk about it like a little book club. if you guys feel like reading it with us.
This is what you were talking about earlier. I foresee games that'll help us, that'll make us wake up in the morning and feel thrilled to start our day. I foresee games that reduce our stress at work and dramatically increase our career satisfaction. I foresee games that fix our educational systems. I foresee games that treat depression, obesity, anxiety, and attention deficit disorder. I foresee games that help the elderly feel engaged and socially connected. I foresee games that raise rates of democratic participation. I foresee games that tackle the global scale problems like climate change and poverty. In short, I foresee games that augment our most essential human capabilities to be happy, resilient, creative, and empower us to change the world in meaningful ways. Bam! Those are some bold fucking claims. And she's got like a fucking 400 page or so. It's,
better be good.
It's more like 360 pages, but yeah.
Put a poll up on our Facebook.
Okay.
How many hours a week do you spend playing video games?
Doing it now, Chief.
So.
Poll. Okay, so hold on. How many hours a week? Because she says 183 million people in the U.S. play for an average of 13 hours a week. So we'll do under 13 hours and over 13 hours.
All right, we'll do that.
How many hours a week do you play video
I'd say under 13 hours, over 13 hours.
There's only two options.
Oh, there is? Okay, never mind.
Facebook is a fucking asshole.
What an asshole. Should have done it on Twitter. Check out our Twitter.
Under 13 hours, over 13 hours. Well, I'll do a week. A week. Okay, so go vote on that. Alright? So that's our fucking cold opener. Now go away for a minute. Don't look. Alright, moment of silence. Warning! All Podunk Punk's content on all social media videos and websites are intended for your entertainment. However, if you are the type who is easily offended, please find the nearest plastic bag and promptly drape it over your head. We engage in satire, give crude commentary, curse, and, well, you get the gist. We're not saints. We're the Podunk Punks. And if you like our shit, be sure to subscribe.
Interior crocodile alligator. I drive a Chevrolet movie theater. Interior crocodile alligator. I drive a Chevrolet movie theater.
What up?
What is up?
What up?
Alright, let's fucking get rolling. Mike, say the thing. They like it when you say the thing.
I'm LordMikeBedlam.
I'm ScowlingAl.
And we are not saints. We are the Podunk Punks. We have a show for you guys today. Like we said in the intro, sorry if we are a little rushy on it. But we want to make sure you guys are entertained, make sure that we don't look like dumbasses. So.
Well, we'll see how much dumbasses
we always look like dumbasses, but it doesn't matter.
We do it for you.
We do it for you.
Anyway.
God damn it. Alright, so scientists locate where cannabis may have first started.
Yeah, let me get that article back up, because I fucking...
Hold on, no.
Yeah,
go here. No, go here. Control, Shift, T.
Hey, you know all those secrets.
I do.
Fucking nerd. Alright, so... High on the Tibetan Plateau. I was telling Mike when we first originally did this, I read it as like high on Tibetan Plateau.
Yeah,
like
it was a fucking
weed strain.
Yeah, anybody making their own weed strands out there? Because I know we got some Cali watchers. So if you guys are like making your own strands, that's a good name. Tibetan Plateau. Qinghai Lake is pretty good too.
The largest lake in all of China. Now, researchers believe this high-altitude region may be the origin of the cannabis plant. The study is published in the journal Vegetation History and whatever the fuck Archaeobotany.
I mean, it's old plant studies.
Yeah, pretty much. Ancient plants.
Ancient plant studies.
I guess.
Yeah.
The quest to discover the origins of cannabis can be a long, difficult process. One key issue is that a closely related group of plants called humulus, or hop, shares a similar pollen shape to cannabis in the fossil record, making it difficult to distinguish the two. So this fucking hop plant keeps fucking these scientists up.
I read that originally as homunculus.
The homunculus.
The homunculus.
Oh god, this like little fucked up anti-human fucking fetal thing. Due to this conundrum, John McPartland, and when I first read this, it was like McJohn Part Man.
John McPart Man.
It was like, okay,
Paul
so
McLennan.
John McLan Part.
Paul McLennan.
Part McLan John. University of Vermont and colleagues decided to fucking approach the problem in a new way. They gathered 155 pollen studies and used other plants as a proxy to guess which gene. Okay, so in short, they gathered a whole shit ton of these fossil pollen shits.
That's not a fossil. This is a fossil.
They noticed that certain plants grow next to cannabis and other plants grow next to the humulus thing. So to differentiate which one's which, they look at the fossil thing, they go, oh, well, this one has this shit growing next to it, so this must be cannabis, and this shit has this shit growing next to it, so this must be the homunculus.
Right.
Yeah. So they said, we bridge the temporal gap between the divergence of date and the oldest pollen by mapping the earliest appearance of Artemisia. Artemisia. There we go.
Artemisia.
The team wrote in their paper, the data converge on the northeastern Tibetan plateau, which we deduce as the cannabis center of origin in the general vicinity of Qinghai Lake.
Dude, no wonder I love Chinese food so much.
Dude, that's the perfect shit to eat when you're stoned.
Yeah.
It's perfect munchy food.
Yeah,
no
dude,
fucking wonder.
Holy fuck.
It goes like, it's like fucking...
It's like apples and orange. Oh,
it's like ketchup and green beans. What?
I guess. It's like chicken and hot sauce.
It's like potatoes and steak sauce.
Yeah, I mean, dude, do you think Hillary Clinton's rolling around with that the humpulus in his the hops in her purse, like she's got the hot sauce?
Oh God.
Yeah.
Dude, me and Brittany went out, Brit Nasty, who needs to come back on the fucking show sometime.
Yeah.
We went out to DC and we saw Cheech and Chong hot sauce.
I saw Cheech brand bongs at a smoke shop.
That's awesome.
It was pretty cool.
Sure it wasn't Chong bongs?
No, it was Cheech bongs.
That's weird, because I thought Cheech made an effort to distance himself from all that kind of shit.
I mean, he's still doing weed, I guess. Anyway,
you get the gist. So
basically, they took these plants, found out that cannabis grows around these plants, and then they pinpointed where cannabis would have began because the plants were in that region.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So.
Next.
Ba-bam.
Oh, damn. I'm still like halfway through that where we were. Samsung Deepfake AI could fabricate a video clip of you from a single photo. So I don't need to read any more of this.
Well, let's just do one sentence. Imagine someone creating a deepfake video of you simply by stealing your Facebook profile pic.
Now I'm done.
Yep.
So basically, can you imagine a world where the fucking government's mad at you for something and then they can make you a criminal?
Dude, yeah, they make like a fucking video of you like killing somebody or like being racist or saying something stupid as shit, and they just fabricate this shit.
It's like, hi, I'm ScowlingAl. N-word, N-word, N-word. Like, that's scary.
It can ruin reputations, yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude. Like I said in the last one, like, they could make Trump out to be a fucking pedophile just to impeach him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, oh, look, we got clips of fucking Donald Trump making out with his daughter.
They don't need it. Honestly, people know how fucked up he is, and they still stand behind him. So honestly, any more shit, if he's pedophile, if he went over to anything, it doesn't matter anymore.
It wouldn't matter if he went over to Thailand and fucked a bunch of lady boys. Like, he'd still be president.
Yeah.
Like,
no, that's a bad thing. You want to go to Thailand, fuck some lady boys. Go to Thailand, fuck some lady boys.
Just don't. You want to go to Thailand?
Don't build a homophobic government, dude, and then go and fuck lady boys.
Dude, do you want to go fuck some lady boys?
Let's go fuck some lady boys.
Fuck some lady boys.
I got a girlfriend.
Jeffrey, dude.
I got a girlfriend.
Yeah, but it's a guy.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. I mean,
it doesn't count.
We can talk about the possibilities of like a lady boy in the threesome or something.
It doesn't count. It's okay. It doesn't count. Brit Nasty, it doesn't count. So, GOG Galaxy 2.0 aims to bring all games, all PC and console platforms under one roof.
Okay.
So what does this mean?
So this is a Steam-like client for GOG's digital storefront that's really quite good and offers added bonus of being completely optional. You can conduct all your GOG-related business through it, or you can ignore it completely and continue downloading your games directly from the site and running them through Windows Explorer. It was just kind of like Steam, yeah.
I forget what GOG does. I think I bought, I actually think that I bought, Fallout 2 from GOG Galaxy.
Galaxy 2.0 announced today sounds like more ambitious undertaking, as it promises to combine all of your games, online friends, and other data in one place. The idea is that you'll connect to the new client to your various to your various online accounts and platforms, including consoles. A list that hasn't been confirmed yet, but a rep said that the goal is to have, quote, all major platforms officially integrated in the app. So you're going to be able to play, like, you know, fucking anything. You can play, like, The Last of Us, and then you can go and play, like, Halo, or, like, that's the way I imagine it.
Does that mean that it's gonna connect all consoles, not just, like, a console?
Yeah.
That's actually pretty dope.
It'd be import your libraries and friends list, essentially acting as a big tent overlay for Steam, EGS, Origin, and so forth. It will also track all of your achievements and hours played across platforms. Damn.
That's pretty dope.
So it's basically like you link all your platforms to this shit, and it monitors all of it and acts as a bridge builder, I guess.
I really wish games weren't $60 a piece, though. Like, if it changed that would be that'd be amazing.
So much goes into video games. Though.
I know.
They're already
like,
not paying their employees enough. That's a capitalism problem, not a video game industry problem.
I kind of agree, but even like movies that cost even more budgetly to make than a video game is cheaper than a video game. It's cheaper to go buy fucking, I don't know, Infinity Wars for $20 than it is to buy a $60 game. It might be interactive, but like it's still it's still the fact that you put all of that into that.
Well, it's also a matter of like which one's more relevant. Our generation doesn't buy DVDs, and DVDs are a dying medium, and everything's going on to Netflix. Whereas like video games are extremely relevant, and everyone's buying them.
I mean, regardless if you get it digital or not, I'm saying like. I bought it on PlayStation Video for like $15. Okay. You know what I mean? And that was a fucking $17 million movie budget. I don't know. It has a lot more to do with like interactive play and shit like that, I believe. I just don't. I think it's kind of fucked that games that you played 10 years ago got remastered and they're still $60.
That is bullshit,
you know, like I wanted to play Borderlands 2, but in order to play Borderlands 2 on PS4, I gotta buy the Handsome Collection that comes with 1, 2, and like 2 other games, but they're all remastered, and it's still $60.
Damn.
It's like, what the fuck? Anyway, continue.
Well, we already pretty much got the user data will be stored online to enable simple syncing between devices, but GOG, so it's just an umbrella thing. It's an umbrella thing, kind of like Steam, only it'll be cross-platform, whatever.
Umbrella?
You upload your games to it. Cool.
So GOG is going to make the next zombie virus.
Who knows?
So, this is some great news. Sony reveals more details about the PlayStation 5.
Hey. Alright, so while the PlayStation 5 is a ways off, Sony has already revealed quite a few details about what gamers can expect from the upcoming system. In a new presentation, Sony shared that the PS5 will be backwards compatible and 8K ready.
Ready!
Whether or not they probably won't utilize it because they hardly utilize the fucking 4K graphics that are already available.
Well, yeah, but I mean that's the game company's fault.
Yeah,
because they don't make 4K games.
Engadget reports that the move to make the system backwards compatible is a gambit meant to ease the switch from PS4 to PS5 and encourage early adoption of the new system.
That's still pretty dope.
We will leverage backwards. Go ahead.
No, I'm like, we were talking about this the other day. Xbox One, you can take an Xbox 360 game and install it onto the fucking thing. That's a good backwards compatibility thing. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't understand why PS4 decided instead of doing backwards compatibility, they're doing like an on-demand video game service that you have to still subscribe to. Mm. You know?
We will leverage backwards compatibility to transition our community to next-gen faster and more seamlessly than ever before, the company shared during a corporate strategy presentation. The presentation also revealed that they expect the PS4 to be an engine of engagement and profitability for the next 3 years, perhaps hinting at the timeline for the arrival of the PS5. Okay, so yada yada yada, be the fastest console Sony has ever produced, taking advantage of completely new CPU and GPU and the switch from hard drives to SSDs.
No shit.
To reach speeds multiple times faster. At the presentation, they claimed how the new console could load a Spider-Man level in less than a second. Something that took 8 seconds on their current system.
Dude, so instead of doing hard drives, they're doing cards.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of crazy, actually.
Yeah. Outside of creating better experiences for gamers, Sony hopes to leverage some of its most iconic stories from PlayStation and turn them into TV shows. Nah, don't.
Hold on, where were you? Oh, there it is. Outside creating... Yeah, okay,
Just don't.
God, please don't. If there's a fucking Final Fantasy VII video, like, TV show coming out...
Can you imagine how many fucking series are going to come out?
Oh my god, dude.
Like, in order to capture all those, like, fucking storylines of the video games, it'd be like fucking 54 seasons.
You know what, actually... It would actually make sense, though. Well, actually, no, because there's only 15. So, like, could you imagine, like, each season being... like a different Final Fantasy, and they have like one season to tell the story.
That'd be pretty cool.
I think that'd be kind of cool.
That would be neat.
You know, 1 is about 1, 2 is about 2, yada yada yada, and once you're 7, you're out with Cloud and all that shit. Mm-hmm. And then like 10 is Titus and all that bullshit. I don't know. That'd be kind of cool. Because thinking about it, the game itself is only, like, most of the games themselves are, like, the older games are only, like, 8 hours long. Mm-hmm. Like, Final Fantasy VII, I know, is, like, a 72-hour long game.
Holy fuck. Side quests?
With side quests.
I'm just saying, is that the reason why it's so fucking long?
Yeah, that's everything. Completing everything, it's, like, a 72-hour long game.
Damn.
Final Fantasy X, I think, is only, like, maybe 38 hours? Something like that. But... See, I mean, movie and video game... Like,
movies, you can be a little more liberal with your time.
There hasn't been a good video game movie, though. There has been good video game shows. Have you seen Castlevania yet?
No.
So fucking good.
Okay.
It might be an anime. I know how you feel about anime. I know you're not really too deep in anime, but goddamn, it's a fucking good show. Alright, so Synth Repairman accidentally gets high by touching LSD left behind in vintage Buchla.
Elliot Curtis was dosed with acid while fixing a vintage Buchla Model 100, so that's a synth.
I want to see what it looks like.
Elliot Curtis, the broadcast operations manager for KPIX Television, was recently tasked with the restoration of a vintage Buchla Model 100 modular synthesizer, an instrument that had been sitting in a cool, dark room at Cal State University East Bay since the 1960s. During Curtis' repairs, which he tended to from his home, something strange happened. He began to trip out on LSD. It was as if he was high on LSD. Sorry, I lost my place. My fucking scroll bar went nuts. He was. According to a report by San Francisco's KPIX5, Curtis opened a red-paneled module on the Buchla, at which point he saw, quote, a crust of crystalline residue on it. Holy shit.
What?
He actually saw the acid?
Yeah,
that's a lot of acid then. Fuck. Somebody must have, like, spilled a vial on that shit.
Yeah, dude. Like, it must have been, like, liquefied acid.
Curtis reportedly sprayed a cleaning solvent on the area and attempted to dislodge the crystal with his finger. After 45 minutes, Curtis was overcome with a strange tingling sensation.
I bet you I know what he did.
Followed by a 9-hour trip.
Oh my god!
9-hour tour. Holy fuck,
Number
dude.
9?
Holy
Number 9?
fuck.
Dude, he was probably like this. He was probably like, the fuck is this? Alright, click. Alright, they're in the trash. Alright, so, like, he probably didn't even think about it.
Mm-hmm. And then just started going crazy. Like, could you imagine how bad that must suck for your reality to just unknowingly just rug be ripped out from under you?
It's like 50-year-old fucking LSD.
Oh my god. You'd think it was a dud, but nah, man, that shit. Since it was in a cool, dark room, you know, fuck it.
Yeah, that's true. And it was inside the motherfucker, you know?
Yeah, yada yada yada. After 45 minutes, Curtis was overcome with a strange tingling sensation. The substance found on the instrument was later tested and identified as LSD. An anonymous LSD researcher and expert later confirmed to KPIX5 that the drug can remain potent for decades if stored in a cool, dark place.
Yeah, I thought so.
And that it's possible to ingest LSD through the skin.
Oh, so he probably didn't even, like, do anything. It was probably like the fentanyl cop.
Yeah, I mean, he probably was, like, his hands must have been sweaty or something, and it just went, you know, fucking...
dissolved into his skin.
Yeah, the instrument's inventor, the late Don Buchla of Berkeley, was heavily enmeshed in 1960s counterculture. That doesn't mean he fucking put it there. In 1966, the synthesizers found their way onto a school bus purchased by acid advocate Ken Casey, there we go, and his followers. Buchla was also a friend of Owsley Stanley, the Grateful Dead's sound engineer.
Yo, what if it's, like, all these people's LSD, like... just in one crystallized form. It's like it's the Evil Dead's guy, the fucking
Grateful Dead.
Yeah, the Grateful Dead's guy, this Ken Kingsley guy, and fucking whoever else had the
Buckley
shit.
or whatever.
Just like accidentally dropped a bunch of LSD in the same spot. It's just like all this formated, like crystallized LSD.
Mm-hmm.
Just a mixture of like keef. Oh my god, dude. That'd be nuts.
I mean, Keith, you don't smoke LSD.
I know, I'm joking.
That would be nuts, though.
It's basically like forming, whatever. All right, next one. Next. Nearly 20,000 people have signed a petition to have Danny DeVito replace Hugh Jackman as Wolverine.
Holy shit.
Believe it. Mm-hmm. Good lord.
The only man able to take the throne after Hugh Jackman, the petition says.
Right.
Danny DeVito is a new Wolverine. Thousands of fans have fallen behind the idea after one person called Ring Arius created an online change.org petition to cast the 74-year-old actor as the famous X-Men member. As late Wednesday, almost 20,000 people have signed the petition. The only man able to yada yada yada. The petition read, "We believe that if Wolverine is to make an appearance in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, that the only man able to pull it off is Danny DeVito."
Right.
The description of the statement refers to the X-Men franchise being owned by Marvel, but having separate story arcs from characters such as Captain America and Iron Man and the Avengers franchise.
Right.
Jackman, 50, played the... Oh my god, whatever.
Yo.
That's great. That's fucking awesome.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so go sign the petition.
Yeah, I'm going to.
We'll put a link to it.
I'll do it right now. Alright, so 7 phrases millennials use on the reg that nobody else would understand.
Alright, let's see if we get our own generation's lingo here.
Alright, you don't read it. You don't read it, and I'll read it to you. And you try and tell me what it means.
Okay, scroll down then to number 1.
Alright, so the struggle is real.
Okay, that just means, it's an acknowledgement of how terrible your situation is.
Yeah. First lines, the first of these phrases that Millennial uses, struggle is not real. This phrase is typically used in a situation that's very worthy of rolling your eyes and saying, ugh.
Yeah, it's literally just an elongation of ugh.
It's a mood. Number 2, it's a mood.
I think it's a mood means pretty much yeah, I can get down with that. I agree. Yeah, that's a thing. Yeah.
Let's be honest. Sometimes you're really feeling yourself in your lifestyle. It's the weekend, and you just filled your camera roll with perfectly lit selfies, and you're relaxing by the pool with your phone notifications turned off. That's a mood, aka I'm feeling it, bro.
Okay. Next.
Sorry, not sorry.
Well, we all know what that literally
easy.
means.
Sorry, I'm not sorry.
I wish I could be sorry, but I'm just not. Sorry. Nope. Sorry for hurting your feelings. It's a
sarcastic thing.
Yeah.
It's I'm not trying to be rude, but whatever. Here's the T. I've never heard this one.
I don't know.
Never heard of this one. Here's the T. What's up, Jordan B. Peterson?
Here's the tea.
Yes.
I'm not quite sure when the phrase, here's the tea became popular, but I do know it has to do with the decline of Western civilization due to femininity on the rise.
Alright, calm down, Kermit. I'm not sure when the phrase is, yeah, whatever, you just read that.
But I use it every Tuesday morning after watching the latest episode of The Bachelor or The Bachelorette.
So what the fuck does it mean?
I text my buddies and catch them up on the latest drama, the emotional goodbyes, and here's the tea. So it's here's the situation.
Here's what's up. Okay, yeah. I can't even
process this information right now.
I can't even process information because I'm stupid. I have to bounce. That's easy.
Gotta go.
Yeah, gotta get the fuck out. Weird brag.
I thought it was weird flex, but okay.
I think that's the same thing.
Yeah. It's just
what the fuck is up with this picture?
It's a weird. It's
whoa, yo, whatever the way.
The way I saved it.
Jesus
what the fuck,
Christ.
Dude?
Yeah.
Her head sliding off. Somebody catch it.
Yo, she got 2 chins. What the fuck is going on?
Derp.
You may have come across the phrase weird brag on social media. So I guess it's just
It's just that's a weird thing to brag about, but okay, when a guy says
yo, look, here's what okay, I think I understand.
Yeah, yeah, lady, my dick has such a unique smell. You're gonna fucking love it. And they'll be like, yeah, that's a weird flex, but okay.
Weird flex, but cool. 10 things millennials can't live without because they're essential to living your #best life.
I mean, okay, let's go over that one too.
Okay,
fuck it, keep going. Cell phones?
Yeah, let's just read it. I'm sure, yeah, cell phones number one.
I need my cell phone.
I do too. Social media.
I don't need social media necessarily. It's mostly like a promotion.
The internet. I need the internet.
Yeah, gotta have the internet. Burrito bowls, fuck them.
Yeah,
don't need it.
Don't need it. Streaming services definitely.
Need it.
I'm done with fucking.
I need other people to have streaming services so that way I have something to watch.
Avocados.
Nah, don't need them. Coffee shops, don't need them.
I like coffee shops. Influencers. So like.
Bloggers, YouTubers.
Bloggers and shit.
Yeah, I mean, those are always going to arise. Succulents. Wait, so hold on. I have a problem with number 8.
The fuck is succulents?
Every generation needs influencers and has had the need for influencers. Bloggers, YouTubers, and whatever. Before it was bloggers and YouTubers, it was like pamphlet writers and, government agitators and shit like that.
MK Ultra.
I mean, anyway.
Babies born on Mars could diverge from Earthlings within a couple of generations.
At some point, humans might settle Mars, but according to an evolutionary biologist, babies born on the red planet will look, function, and behave dramatically different from Earthlings.
Well, yeah,
all within a few generations.
Because like gravity is different on there for one.
Yeah, I mean, there's different
different atmosphere means different outcomes.
Different natural pressures. Yeah.
Yes.
So. Tech entrepreneurs and technologists like Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos, god damn it.
Ah, fuck
Jeff Bezos.
Dude,
to a degree, fuck Elon Musk too.
Dude, hearing Jeff Bezos' name just makes me want to, like, commit seppuku. Jesus Christ.
I want to commit guillotine.
Makes me want, dude, and hearing Elon Musk's name, though, makes me want to commit tiny laugh. Like that.
Love to talk about our species' future on a multiplanetary species. And to be fair, they're actually making important contributions to turn this vision into reality.
Agreed.
But while there's a lot of only because they have a shit ton of money,
yeah, I mean,
people were actually able to focus on the things they want to focus on, not be trapped in this fucking burning capitalist shithole.
You need money.
Then we'd be able to work together and achieve all this space shit cooperatively. But right now, it's like those who have monopoly on the technology are the only ones who can build the shit.
I mean, it is what it is at this point right now.
While there's a lot of focus on the technologies might take us place to Mars, not nearly as much thought seems to be given to what happens once we actually get there. Mars is the most Earth-like planet in the solar system, so it makes sense to make it the first target for an off-world colony. Similar to Earth, Mars has a pair of polar ice caps. Its north pole is made up of a sheet of ice water that is 1.8 miles thick. The sheet at the opposite pole is even thicker, made mostly of carbon dioxide ice.
Dude, Eddie is so against this going to fucking Mars shit.
Really?
Yeah, like he's like, they ain't going to fucking Mars, man. What are they gonna do? They're gonna go there and they're gonna colonize a fucking red dust planet? I'm like, yeah. Like we're not gonna figure out anything more than we know right now, other than going there and figuring it out.
It's inevitable eventually.
Yeah.
Like whether you think we're prepared for it is one argument. Like I don't think we're fucking prepared for it.
I mean, obviously not. But like the people who agreed to go,
they know what they're getting.
They know.
Into.
Yeah, they know what they're getting. They can't come back.
Dude,
That's just it's a suicide mission.
Launched in space. Have you seen the fucking Russian rockets? Have you ever have you ever been to the Space Museum, the Air and Space Museum in DC?
Yes.
Have you ever seen the fucking Russian rockets that those people flew up into space with?
Yeah.
They're literally like the size of your fucking mattress, and that's what they had to sit in for like 2 or 3 days.
Really? Good lord.
Smaller than that. Like, dude, it's literally like this little gaming chair that you get strapped into, and that's all you have, and it's just this like fucking pod, and you lay down in it, and they shoot you up. Yeah.
Fuck that.
We were literally throwing tin cans in the fucking air for the sake of science.
Fuck
with people
that.
in them. And dogs. And monkeys. And rabbits. And rabbits.
Yeah.
And now people.
But either way, though, like, I don't know, he's just like, what the fuck are we gonna do with Mars? It's like, we're gonna figure out
how to live there.
Like, you can't, it's gonna take a long time. It's not like we're going to go up there
And plus, we can experiment with terraforming it without the loss of life right now. Like, we can actually, like, fuck with it, and the small colony of people that'll be working it will know what they're getting themselves into, and will, like, work their asses off to try to terraform it, and if they die, they'll understand that they're part of, like, an ongoing, seeking of knowledge, you know, like, if they die, we'll know how not to do things. Like, it'll still be knowledge gained, and they understand that.
Yeah, that's why they're doing it. Like, they're doing it just for the sake of having the knowledge. We don't know if there was life there. More than likely there was.
Who knows?
You know, who fucking knows? The only way we're gonna find out is if we go there and investigate it ourselves.
And find a big old fucking dinosaur dick print.
Yeah.
Mars is the most Earth-like planet in the solar system, yada, yada, yada. There's also important differences between the two worlds. The planet is smaller than ours, the diameter of approximately 4,200 miles, and the air is comprised mainly of carbon dioxide. It makes up 95% of the atmosphere. Temperatures on Mars regularly reach a chilling negative 195 degrees Fahrenheit, making living on its surface virtually impossible.
Could you imagine, like, the generations of kids that are actually going to end up getting used to that cold?
They're not going to get used to it. It's going to be like you step outside and fucking die, but what's going to happen is the whole point is to live inside the little pods that we're going to station there and link them all together and shit and create this little biodome.
Like a city.
And they're going to actually, let's scroll down here. So fucking Homo Martianus.
Homo Martianus.
Any human colonist settling on Mars would have to be confined to a relatively small habitat where they'd be subject to significantly higher radiation and more difficult living conditions than on Earth. In times, natural selection would amplify certain traits in the Martian population that would considerably differentiate humans born on the red planet from Earthlings. And according to Matt Solomon, a Rice University professor of the evolutionary biology, this could happen within just a couple of generations. Quote, evolution is faster or slower depending on how much of an advantage there is to having a certain mutation, Solomon told Inverse. With all that extra radiation, I imagine, like, mutations are going to be fucking more of a thing too, like genetic mutations.
Yeah.
If a mutation pops up for people living on Mars and it gives them 50% survival advantage, that's a huge advantage, right? And that means those individuals are going to be passing on those genes at a much higher rate than they otherwise would have.
Yeah.
Among other things, Solomon expects Martians will develop the following traits. Denser and more brittle bones due to Mars's weaker gravity, which is just a third of that of Earth's. Nearsightedness, since people won't have to see as far as they would on Earth. Solomon cites studies of cavefish living in deep trenches that have gone blind in pitch black darkness, and of children who have spent more time indoors, making them far more likely to become nearsighted.
Makes sense.
Altered skin tone in response to high levels of radiation. On Earth, human skin contains a pigment called melanin that protects us from ultraviolet rays. People with more melanin in their skin have a darker skin tone to fight off radiation. Martians might evolve an entirely new type of pigment, so it might not be that far-fetched to imagine Martians with a skin tone that doesn't exist yet. Enhanced oxygen intake. Martian settlers will have to learn to use oxygen more efficiently and will perhaps adapt to traits similar to humans living on the Tibetan Plateau where all that good fucking weed is.
Hell yeah.
Oxygen is 40% lower than at sea level. To cope, Tibetans have denser capillaries that are better at moving blood and smoking weed. That limits the amount of body fat burned while maximizing glucose
Poor immune
consumption.
system.
Poor immune system, or none at all. Solomon thinks that the Martian sterile environment might make an immune system obsolete. With no immune system, Martians would have to be off limits from germ-carrying Earthlings, which means that the two populations would have to stop mingling. This also means that would suck. So you're right, like, there's no, like, real, like, that much life on Mars and shit like that, so they wouldn't have much of a need for an immune system. And, like, in their sterile environment, they're not going to be introduced to any new type of shit. So if anyone else comes there with any kind of, like, germ or bacteria that's not...
Everyone could die.
It would be like the fucking Indians, you know? The fucking Native Americans when the English brought all that shit to them.
And, like, the fact that there's going to be... Oh, hold on, you didn't finish it. I'm sorry.
Poor immune system, yada, yada, yada. This also means that at some point there would have to be no more mingling between the two worlds, and there would certainly be no more sex between them. Lacking any gene flow, in time the two populations could diverge so much that speciation would become inevitable.
Wait,
Homo
so
Martianus.
Are you saying that, like, are they saying that, like, if Earthlings came from Earth to Mars, they wouldn't be able to have sex with the Martians because...
After a few generations.
So the Martians would only be able to have sex with Martians. Humans could only have sex with humans.
After a few generations,
Homo Martianus.
And after that, after they're separated for so long and evolving out under different pressures for so long, they'd eventually become so fucking different.
I think,
I think we'd have like a huge we already have a racism problem.
Yeah.
And a xenophobia problem. Could you imagine a fucking like otherworldly problem?
Martian problem.
Martian problem?
I'm gonna make a movie called Homo Martianus.
I tell you, man, them fucking Martians, dude, they don't know shit from Shinola.
Martianus, dude.
Martianus, that's what they is, nothing but a bunch of Martianus.
That's why they got homo in their name.
Wipe their fucking asshole.
Yeah, they wipe their fucking asshole because they like the Homo Martianus.
Martian. Oh, Christ.
They like that Martianus anus, you know what I mean?
Not kink shaming. If y'all like fecal play, like fecal play.
Hold on. Time out. I'm not about fetish shaming, but poop though.
Hey,
poop
you know what? If it's between my whole philosophy is two consenting people. I will not go over your fucking house once I learn that you're into fecal play.
I don't like poop.
Oh, and this is not implying that gay people are into fecal play, but just to make that fucking clear.
This is literally
making that deduction. I was just saying, like, for strictly relating to people.
We're talking
who are into
about
fecal
scat
play.
addicts.
Yeah, scat addict, dude.
Scat addicts.
There's your name.
You're right.
Scat addict.
You're right, dude. Yes! Alright, fuck yeah. There's gonna be some more noise coming from LordMikeBedlam soon.
Anyway, so all this shit.
Alright, yeah, that's
gonna be Martians.
Alright.
That's a fucking crazy concept.
So we have been going on for how long? 40 minutes. We have about an hour left. Do you want to cut some of these, or do you want to keep going?
What?
Wait, what?
Still up.
Everything's Gucci.
Cool. Awesome. So, if you recognize any of these 35 pictures, congratulations.
Yeah.
You're officially old. What were you saying about we were 40 minutes in?
Oh, we're 40 minutes in. Do you want me to cut some of this, or do you want to just finish all of it off? Because it's 35 pictures.
Let's just go through it quick.
Right. So that is definitely a porn store.
That's a fucking Blockbuster.
No, it's not. It's a porn store.
You can see the Blockbuster symbol that used to be there.
Dude, no, that's a ticket. The symbol was a ticket for the porn shop.
Oh, okay.
It's the dildo store.
Sure. Let's go with that.
Yeah, that's definitely Blockbuster right there, dude.
If this still gets you excited.
Oh, I miss it.
Yeah.
I miss it.
Damn.
Yo, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers on the N64 sucked.
If you know what this is from.
Dude, Matilda.
Yup.
Oh, I love it. Chocolate cake. Wait, well, fuck, what was the fuck was that little, cookie?
Oh my god, yep.
But you would hurt Cook's feelings. Cookie. I love that fucking movie. I gotta watch it again. And if you know why the channel's on 3.
Oh yeah, the auxiliary channel.
Yep.
For video games, you had... Okay, so for our younger audience, you had to put your channel on... You only had, like, 13 channels on your average fucking TV, and most of them were, like, sports, news, like, local programming, PBS...
And 3 was your auxiliary channel.
And 3 was the auxiliary channel. And,
like Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, and the auxiliary channel.
And that's where you would, like, plug in your PS2 or Nintendo.
Or the Nintendo or anything like that. Like, back in the day when when the NES came out, it was about Channel 3, but you had to turn the knob to Channel 3.
Yeah.
Alright, next, if you know someone with this exact alarm clock, I have that.
Yep.
It's right over there next to my bed.
Mm-hmm.
If you know what this used to be.
Oh, those,
payphones.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Zubooks!
I hate that fucking shit. I bought a I bought a whole collection of them. They never showed up.
Really?
Fuck them. Fuck
Okay.
you, Zoo Books. I'm glad you went. Are they still around?
Oh, no, I'm
AJ,
gonna look it
do a look up for me. Next, if you ever lived the cell phone struggle, remember when you had to press a button on your phone 3 times just to get one letter? I
Yeah,
hate those phones.
that was annoying.
I still have a couple of those.
Yeah, they're still around. They're a monthly subscribed magazine for children.
I hate this game.
Yep,
They're still around?
Yep,
How?
there's a website.
How?
Celebrate with us. You can subscribe now and get more shit.
Where are they based out of so I can Molotov their fucking office?
Well, now that you said that, I'm not going to give it out. Anyway. Well, now that you said that, I legally can't give it out.
If you've ever played this impossible game, I hate that game.
Okay, so the Taco Bell around the corner has this fuck-ass game.
Do they really?
Yeah, remember, the one around the corner
that's
from your
right.
house has that you can win shit.
Oh no, that's the dollar thing. You gotta
You put your penny...
the coin.
Yeah.
This is that thing where it's like a water and you gotta press the pump to like shoot the rings up.
I know some that would give you like a free soda if you did it or something.
Mr. Owl.
A 1, a 2, a 3. Crunch. If you know what this device is, yup.
No, I don't know what that's used for actually.
You stick different colors in that bitch and make a rainbow.
I didn't know.
It's like, I'm just kidding. Most teachers use it for cursive. You do that, and then it was for gauging your cursive writing.
Oh, that's cool. I never knew that. I used to have that.
This map is the shit.
My cat peed all over it.
Yeah, I had it too.
Coming soon on theater. No, coming soon on DVD and video.
I fucking had that TV.
I had this TV too.
That TV was built into my dad's fucking van.
Yeah, same. I had one in the back room of my mom's old hardware store because I was a little shit that only watched dude, I used to watch so many terrible movies, man. I don't know what this is.
I think Saver. Is it
Tooth?
gum?
Oh, it's Tooth. Oh, it's when you lost a tooth at school.
Oh,
they put those
shit.
in. But when I went to school, it was a little tooth that they put your tooth in.
They just gave me a goddamn baggie.
Yeah.
It was, here's your fucking tooth, kid.
Have you ever heard this legend? Legend said that the blue part could have yeah, but it didn't.
Fuck that.
Definitely didn't.
Carol Ann has died of dysentery.
I actually played this game the other day, and I actually have the other version, the Oregon Trail, which is the zombie version of the game.
Nice.
Yeah, you got to get from DC to Oregon.
Is it good though?
It's not bad. It's the same fucking thing.
Okay. If you ever got used to one of these, was it?
Oh, that's a caller ID.
Oh shit. Okay. Yeah.
How the fuck did I know that and you didn't?
If you know this big old fella's name,
I don't remember.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Oh yeah, Beanie Babies.
Beanie Baby bullshit. Oh my god. They still have those in the schools.
Yep. The projector screens, yeah.
Oh, Aladdin went into that case. But I hated those fucking cases because whenever they got crunched, you couldn't close them anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Like, they used to have the kind that was either the black box that you could shut, or it was these white ones that were like plastic and you'd press the fucking piece down and it wouldn't shut.
Yep. What I hated were the ones that had the little parts in the middle that went into the, little reversible parts of them. And those bent.
The spools, yeah.
Yeah, those fucking bent.
Yeah. They mushed down and you couldn't fit the spools.
Yeah, it was like a
anymore.
fucking soda pop lid.
Yo, I had Titanic on the double feature tape, and I also had Gone with the Wind on the double feature tape.
I had that. I had...
What is this?
I have Lord of the Rings on VHS. And on
Is
DVD,
this for...
and on Blu-ray.
Is this for,
That's for, like,
discs?
business cards, I think?
I think it's floppy disks.
Is it?
Either that or CDs. Oh, Jesus fuck. Oh, my Lord.
Christ.
Oh, my Lord.
XP.
Oh, God.
That brings back some memories.
Yo, I would always see that when I went to play Diablo 2, listening to Mindless Self-Indulgence and Darren Gray. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Arnold?
Hey, Arnold. Yeah, if you'd ever burned the hell out of your arm on this. Yup. My mom's Cadillac.
Fuck that thing.
Today's kids will never know what it was like to see a picture and wake up to how it turned out. Oh yeah, the developing shit. 007.
Oh, I love that game.
GoldenEye, baby. Oh my god.
Ernest? Is it Ernest?
Yep, Ernest. That shit, Ernest was fucked up. Like, Ernest gave me some nightmares sometimes, man.
Yo, Gullah Gullah Island?
I never watched Gullah Gullah Island.
Neither did I.
Oh god. That's not the Goonies dog, the fucking...
Oh, that's Wishbone.
Wishbone.
What's the story, Wishbone?
The original emojis, oh my god, holy shit.
Story, Wishbone?
Dude, the original emojis.
I miss those. Like the little kissy face.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I never had those. Oh my god, dude, the fucking castle playgrounds?
Yeah.
Those were the shit.
Those were great.
I am old. Fucking
I guess
A.
too many kids got splinters, I don't know.
Nah, they still have one up near my house.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's that.
Next! Oh, now we're going on a kind of a shit binge now.
Oh no. Border
Patrol agent sexually assaulted at least 3 women over 7 years, police say.
Abolish ICE.
Can't wait.
A Border Patrol agent, well, this isn't ICE, but a Border Patrol agent has been arrested and charged with 3 counts of sexual assault and 3 counts of aggravated assault that took place over the past 7 years. A woman told Tucson, Arizona police that Stephen Charles Holmes sexually assaulted her after the two met through a dating app. Holmes identified him as a Border Patrol agent for the U.S. government's Customs Border. Man, these people definitely don't have a power complex or
Not
anything.
at
That's
all.
what I fucking hate about people who take on positions like this, where you're just literally, you're fucking over people who are less fortunate than you, and that's your fucking job. Like, that's what you do as a Border Patrol agent. You fuck over, you tell people no, or you fuck over their lives completely.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, after checking into Holmes' past, Tucson Police Department said the investigation uncovered multiple victims with similar reports occurring from January 2012 to 2019.
Jesus Christ, dude.
33-year-old Holmes was arrested on Tuesday and booked into Pima County County Jail.
He looks like a fucking rapist.
My God, the suspect for Border Patrol for 7. Oh, the suspect worked for Border Patrol for 7 years, according to the agency. God damn.
Well, I mean,
Holmes is being held on $25,000 cash bond.
bonding. Where the fuck did he get that from? I wonder.
Fuck. Jesus Christ, man.
Whatever,
Guillotine.
dude. Whatever.
Guillotine,
Fucking
fucker.
Mississippi lawmaker was drunk when he punched his wife in the face over sex.
Oh, this is one of the fucking lawmakers that just passed the abortion bill, too. Went home and fucking beat his wife. Oh, you're gonna love this story. You're gonna love this.
You want an abortion? You think I'm wrong, bitch? Nah, man, that's fucked.
No, not even. You're gonna love this story.
Oh, God.
Punched his wife over sex. So, State Representative Douglas McLeod was...
McLeod, dude.
Was arrested after he allegedly punched his wife when she failed to get undressed quickly enough when he wanted to have sex.
What? What?
Yep, according to an investigative report filed with the George County Sheriff's Department.
That fucking escalated a little bit.
The 58-year-old Republican lawmaker was intoxicated and holding a glass of alcohol in his hand when deputies responded to the McLeod home shortly before 9 p.m. Saturday. Over the course of the investigation, deputies wrote in the report that the state lawmaker had punched his wife in the face, bloodying her nose. Deputies found the blood on the couple's bed and on the floor in the same room. When deputies arrived, the report said McLeod opened the door and they told him that they were there because a domestic assault had been reported. Are you kidding me? The lawmaker asked.
Really? Are you kidding? What? I mean, are you serious? I can't just punch my wife.
Get out of here.
This is Alabama.
What
right?
happened to privacy?
It's Mississippi, bro.
Why can't we just have a state? You know what? That's it. I'm legislating something tomorrow. We're going to be able to beat our wives here, okay?
You look here, man. Look here, bro. You heard of the rule of thumb, right? Well, Mississippi, we now have something that's called the rule of wrist, where, you know, you're allowed to beat your spouse with a stick no bigger than the thick of your wrist. Now, how you feel about that there, sir? Sir, how do you feel about that, sir? You don't live in this state. You don't live in this. Why would you give a fuck, sir?
Guess you're right.
Jesus Christ, son. Just fucking... Dude!
Oh my God, McLeod, yada, stumbled back to the front door and walked the side. Oh, then the state representative walked the side of his home and another deputy came to the scene. Wait, where am I? Yeah, when deputies arrived, "Are you kidding me?" the lawmaker asked. Then, the state representative walked inside his home and another deputy came to the scene. The deputies could hear McLeod inside his home yelling, "The cops are here," the report said. "See what you did?"
Oh, look, you got the cops called on me? I'm the bread holder in this fucking house, the fucking paterfamilias.
I'm the fucking paterfamilias. McLeod stumbled back to the front door and walked outside. Mr. McLeod had slurred speech and walked in a slow zigzag pattern, according to a description by deputies. He was so inebriated he had to grab a handrail to maintain his balance.
Oh my God.
McLeod tried to explain to deputies that everything was okay, then said something else the deputies said they couldn't understand because of his slurred speech. "You guys motherfucking son, bitch!
I'll hit my wife wherever I want now.
Fuck, I can't get my goddamn wife.
Can't hit my wife.
This is America."
Let's make this fucking quick, man. I gotta go fishing in the morning.
When deputies went aside, they saw two women standing at the top of the stairwell, both of whom the deputies described as frightened. McLeod's wife eventually came outside after deputies assured her they would keep her away from her husband. Oh my God. McLeod's wife said her husband was drunk and just snapped, as he often does when under the influence of alcohol. God. So another woman who was there said McLeod's wife came running up to her room, her face bloodied. The woman shut the door and locked it up, yada, yada, yada. So McLeod's wife, yada, yada, yada.
You know what he probably said to the cops that they couldn't understand? Like, just a little slap and pickle.
So that's that, man. What a fucking, to hell with this guy.
What did, Senator David Blount said that McLeod should, resign.
Yeah, fucking right. Get him out of there.
State representative was drunk when he punched his wife in the face over sex.
God damn. For not getting her clothes off fast enough.
Is that him?
Yeah.
That's him. Wow. He looks like Drew Carey with no neck.
Oh my God.
Holy shit.
That's some nice meat for the guillotine.
Dad who murdered his 5 kids after trip to Disney World said he did it in self-defense.
I killed my kids in self-defense.
That is something I don't think I would have heard ever.
Nearly 5 years after allegedly murdering his 5 young children and driving around with their bodies in the back of his car for a week, South Carolina dad Timothy Jones, 37, is finally standing trial for his crimes.
What? After 5 years?
Why didn't one of his neighbors not come and, beat his fucking face in?
AJ, you remember that death penalty debate we had?
Right.
This is what I mean.
Oh my God.
This dude, no.
It's just a matter of,
that's so fucked, dude.
I'm still not for the...
5 fucking shit, dude.
That's
5 kids.
That's a processing issue. That is an issue with the fucking jury, court,
I mean, no,
and all that kind of shit.
Besides the fact that it took 5 years to start his trial. This is, that's besides the point. Yeah, that's fucking ridiculous. They shouldn't have taken 5 years when an open and clean cut case. That shouldn't have taken 5 years to do any kind of paperwork and shit. But this is just something that
you're calling for the death penalty then before he has a trial. And that's not good.
But how in the fuck, he pled not guilty by reason of insanity and said that he had a self-defense?
Yeah. It's the court's problem for not getting to this quicker.
Okay, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have jumped the gun.
I was about to say, you're advocating for the death penalty before this guy.
You're right.
It's the court's fault that they didn't compile all this shit and get it together
I was
quicker.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to jump the gun, but regardless.
But I hear you, if this guy is found to have done this, which there's no fucking doubt in my mind.
Yeah, I mean, it says he drove around with fucking the dead kids in his fucking shit for a week.
Fucking death penalty.
Good lord, dude.
In a taped interview with the police, Jones later confessed that he grew angry after seeing 4 blown electrical outlets in the home, and he confronted his 6-year-old son, Nathan, whose answer for what happened apparently didn't satisfy him.
Oh, that must have been a typo. It's supposed to be Nathan.
He then proceeded to force the boy to do squats, push-ups, and sit-ups for hours until sending the boy to bed.
What?
But when he checked on him later, Jones claims he found his son dead.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay.
Alright.
That's when the voices took over and convinced him that no one would believe him believe that it was an accident. So he proceeded to kill his 4 other children.
What? Dude, okay, so... Okay. So
no one's going to believe
story,
me about my one child.
His story is, I had him do a bunch of push-ups and shit for hours. He went to bed, and when I checked on him, he died. So, I didn't think anybody's going to believe me anyway, so I might as well kill my other 4 kids.
Slippery slope fallacy to the max.
Fuck?
Holy shit.
Dude, that is not right. Yo, there's something wrong with Nuke, North Carolina.
It's like, whoops, I spilled my milk. May as well burn my house down.
It's like, damn, a wall has a hole in it. I might as well just fucking nuke the bitch.
Yep. That's when the voices took over. First, he strangled Elias, 7, and Murrah, 8. So, in one heartbreaking detail, Murrah reportedly said, "Daddy, I love you," right before he choked her to death.
Serious?
Then, perhaps the most disturbing of all, came the 2 murders of his 2-year-old Gabriel and 1-year-old Abigail, who he strangled with a belt after realizing his hands were too big. What the fuck?
This is ridiculous.
After killing his 5 children, Jones says he stuffed their bodies into black garbage bags and loaded them into the back of his SUV.
Where was the mother?
He drove around aimlessly for a week, and he might have just had, part custody of them, who knows, as their decomposing bodies lay in the back of his Cadillac Escalade. What the fuck? In fact, they would leave an odor so strong that the investigators later would say they immediately recognized the smell of death when they examined the car.
Jesus Christ.
Finally, Jones disposed of their bodies off a red dirt road in rural Alabama, the state reports, though it appears he did not bury them. God, so you just strangled your kids...
and just left them out in the middle of the fucking field.
Fuck you,
wow, dude. That's not right. I can't. No more. That's too... Wait, hold on. Hold on. They had been tipped off on September 3rd after the mother's children's mother, Amber, Jones's ex-wife, reported that you were right. Along with detecting a strong odor of human decay, police also said they found blood, maggots, and synthetic marijuana in the car.
What the fuck? Oh, so that's what got this guy to fucking do it.
It must have been.
Melt bodies and saw down bones.
They also discovered a clipboard which he sprawled the phrases "melt bodies" and "saw down bones."
God damn, dude.
So I wouldn't say he was insane.
Oh, it wasn't long before the father began to crumble in front of investigators and admitted to the killings. But in the most mind-boggling twist of all, he insisted he had done it in preemptive self-defense before the kids could chop him up and feed him to the dogs.
That had to be the spice, dude.
Yeah,
that had to be the spice.
Dude, this guy is fucked.
Holy shit, dude!
My
kid, my 1 to 5-year-olds are gonna kill me.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Gotcha. Leaked Proud Boys chats show members plotting violence at rallies.
Oh my god. So, okay, anyone trying to say that the Proud Boys is not violent, they keep getting caught doing, how many times do you have to keep getting caught doing fucked up shit before you, can no longer maintain that you're a peaceful organization?
Truth.
Fuck these fucking Proud Boys. What the fuck? The Proud Boys want the public to believe that they're a drinking club who only resort to violence to defend themselves from anti-fascist protesters during the political rallies. Wow, maybe anti-fascist people wouldn't have a reason to fucking fight you or target you.
If you weren't a fucking fascist organization, you dumb cunts.
Right.
Wow.
But in private, these extremists have discussed injuring and even killing their adversaries, plotting tactics and optics for months in order to assert a claim of self-defense should they face charges.
Jesus.
According to private chat logs obtained exclusively by HuffPost, the punch-happy pro-Trump street gang was particularly excited for its Resist Marxism rally, scheduled for April 6th in Providence, Rhode Island. With the right plan of attack, members said, this could put them back on the map.
This motherfucker needs to meet a 7mm Magnum rifle from about 500 yards.
My God. The group has been floundering ever since 10 of its members were arrested for assaulting protesters outside a GOP event in New York City last year. Their leader, Vice Media co-founder Gavin McKinnon, has reportedly arranged for his followers' surrender. In chats covering a time period between February and March of this year, members claimed they needed a conclusive win this time round, which they defined as a bloody battle against Antifa. Okay, so here's the thing. Here's what's cool. Or here's what's not cool, but here's something to think about. Okay, so the Proud Boys are a concrete organization of people, right? Mm-hmm. They are something that has its own manifesto. In order to be a Proud Boy, you have to do X, Y, and Z. You have to get in a fist fight or whatever. You have to, you have to be able to name a bunch of, cereal brands or some shit while there's like a whole initiation process. You have to become one. So, they are an organization you have to join, become a part of, whatever. Antifa, all you literally have to do is not like fascism to be. So, Antifa is an ideology. You are a group. Antifa is an ideology. You don't kill an ideology. You can kill however many fucking people you want. You can bring on whatever the fuck bloody bullshit you want to talk about. It's not going to kill the Antifa mentality.
I think, I don't get it. These guys are literally like a modern, like an actual, like real life Fight Club.
Pretty much.
But like they're literally American History X and Fight Club pushed into one.
If this brawl were bigger and more violent than previous iterations, they might regain some of the street cred and followers they'd lost. So this is literally them trying to recruit more extremist people.
Great.
We'll grow this group of patriots and will never back down, wrote the event's organizer, Proud Boys member Alan Swinney, in the private chat messages. If we win, it will make more patriots come to the next rally. We just need to go there and we'll beat them. We'll have enough to crush them at some point. A source with direct knowledge of the exchanges confirmed to HuffPost that the logs were authentic. Swinney also responded to several screenshots. When asked about discussions of violence in the chat logs, he told HuffPost they're warriors. Choir boys don't go up against people like that. Anti-fascists. It takes a person with a certain type of mindset. The logos contained a revolving door of up to 30 the logs contained a revolving door of up to 30 Proud Boys and their allies, including militia members and other patriots, as Swinney called them. Those named this story either publicly identified as members of the Proud Boys or affiliated groups and have been identified as such in national news stories or by the group's leaders. Looking forward to Providence, members in the private channel were pumped for opportunity to cause mayhem. One Proud Boy named Anthony Mastro Stefano said, "All I want to do is smash commies too. Actually, I'm lying. I'm way past just hitting them. When the time comes, I will stop at nothing to fully eradicate them all." Okay, so let's get back into this thing that I fucking mentioned before.
This is almost as bad as the fucking incels, dude.
Let's see what Antifa. Let's take a look at what the left and Antifa are fighting for. We're fighting for a flattening of unnecessary hierarchies. We're fighting for more things revolving around consent. We're fighting for workers' rights. We're fighting for minority rights, women's rights. We're fighting for the empowerment of more people. We're fighting for environmentalism, because environmentalism affects the poor classes and things like that. The runoff from industry and shit. That's the kind of shit that we're fighting for. We're fighting for general improvement. These people are fighting for fucking eradication. They are fighting for totalitarianism. They're fighting for hierarchies. They're fighting for fucking everything wrong. It's fuck you. One of these things is not like the other. If you're sitting here talking about like, yeah, I want to smash all this shit, I want to fucking eradicate all these people, you're a genocidal fucking maniac. Like, these people are Nazis. These people are fucking Nazis.
Literally no better than Hitler.
Jesus Christ.
Like, they're all about ethnostates and they're all about ethnostates and shit too. And like, what the fuck? Why are people letting people do this shit?
I know. If you bring up the word ethnostate or something similar or imply all that kind of shit, there's no such thing as a peaceful fucking ethnostate. You're ultimately...
You can't just ask somebody to leave, because the moment that they say no, what are you going to do? You got to use force. Hold on.
Why on my fucking microphone?
Didn't think about it.
I don't want that.
Too late.
God damn it. Never fucking use that again. Oh my god, we're a drinking club. You can call yourself whatever you want, but if you walk like a duck, talk like a duck, if you look like a fascist organization, you walk like an fascist organization, you're fuck you. You're not going to rebrand yourselves as some holly jolly drinkers.
They don't masturbate because they want all that pent up anger to be about fighting.
Jerk off!
Yeah, seriously, jerk off.
Fucking weirdos. You incel mother, just jerk off. The Proud Boys have a years-long history of violence, and they've built an entire brand off the fights they've helped organize in American streets, from spars in Los Angeles and Portland, Oregon, to attacks in Providence, New York. McKenna's created a set of rules by which his gang members could gain clout in the organization. Fuck. Okay, clout in the organization. Which include foregoing masturbation, getting a Proud Boy tattoo, and fighting in the name of the gang. So violence is a fundamental part of their ideology. Not that I have a problem with that, but just outward violence, just like fucking eradication and like beating up people and shit like that. Like I said, I believe in violence, but only after a certain point. I believe in violence as a form of fucking defense. They believe in initiating violence. They say that you have to fight in the name of the gang. So, in order to become a Proud member, you have to fight. You have to go out and seek a fight. Whereas I believe in fighting for defense. I believe at some point something has to give.
Yeah.
You know?
No, that like people like this just don't deserve they don't deserve the benefit of the doubt. Like, especially when they're spouting off fucking
genocidal
terrible
bullshit.
Fucking bullshit like this.
The leadership has always claimed that such violence is incidental, as acts of self-defense necessitated by their anti-fascist opponents.
Yeah, but you're the ones that's starting the fight. Like, the whole point to the initiation is to start a fight with somebody or fight somebody
in the name of the gang.
In the name of the gang.
Like, let's say there's no fights happening. If you want to join the gang, you have to go seek a fight.
Yeah.
So, they've gone as far as to file lawsuits to maintain that facade. On Monday, several of their members stood at the steps of the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C., and announced that they were suing the Southern Poverty Law Center for labeling them as a hate group. What? McKenna's himself filed a defamation lawsuit against the civil rights organization.
But you're blatantly saying this shit.
Yeah.
You're blatantly saying it, and you're gonna try and file a defamation lawsuit?
Our members are calling for fucking eradication of entire groups of people, fuck.
We're a drinking club that stands behind Donald Trump. Well, maybe you should stand behind somebody else.
Which means you stand for Islamophobia, transphobia, and all that, everything that fucking comes with it.
That's enough to earn hate from the left. No, like, my brain hurts. I just don't get that. How in the fuck,
And you're right, that is enough to earn the hate of the left. You're damn right the left fucking hates you if you stand behind Donald Trump. Donald Trump is fucking detestable. Mm-hmm. But private chat logs leaked to HuffPost fly directly in the face of that statement, showing Proud Boys premeditating violence they hope to commit. They spent months before the April rally meticulously planning strategies for injuring protesters. Members discuss what weapons they might use against the commies they'll meet in the street, which police farmers might be sympathetic to them. How they'll raise funding to fly out their long-distance compatriots, and how they'll bait protesters into throwing the first punch that they can claim self-defense.
Oh my fuck.
There it fucking is. It fucking is. There's their whole fucking little plan, their whole fucking political plan, manifesto.
We want to fight people, but unless they punch first, then otherwise we're not going to fight you.
If any contact is made with you, that's assault. If they take your hat, spray you with silly string, spit, push, it's assault. We need to have all our guys there so we can retaliate, though, if we can. The cops aren't going to let us fight long. We need to inflict as much damage as possible in the time we have. HuffPost is, again, you can cause as much damage as you want. You're not going to kill a fucking ideology. I don't know if you've noticed, but that's why, ISIL and ISIS and all that shit keep cropping back up after every time we think we stamp them out. It's an ideology.
It's not just a fucking organization like you guys.
You don't kill ideologies. I'm not, holy shit, I shouldn't have fucking mentioned ISIS and ISIL and all that kind of shit in tandem with Antifa and all that kind of stuff, because one of these things is not like the other.
Well, no, but you're right, though.
Ideology.
But you're right, though. It's an ideology. That's why it isn't going anywhere.
just like conservatism, it's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
There's always going to be people that want to, like, you know, slow things down, fucking give things to big businesses and all that kind of fucking shit. There's always going to be people like that.
Exactly.
And we know you don't kill an ideology like that, but we know that you can alter as many minds as possible, you know? Anyway,
let's just get down to the premeditated violence.
yeah, the Proud Boys' premeditated violence. Group Meet Kindness wrote Proud Boy Jason above taking a selfie and holding his pet an axe. Is this happening on the steps of the Capitol building again? Only if Kindness has brass knuckles. Kindness. Group Meet Kindness. If they want to meet wisdom, all they have to do is ask.
Right.
Kindness, Proud Boy Peter said Peter, whatever. Then posted a picture of himself holding a large knife. Another member, Jake Adkins, posted a short video depicting an unknown device, asking the group, "Think I can get through in a checked bag?" Oh my god.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Okay, so scroll down. They know what they're doing. The Proud Boys repeatedly acknowledge that their plans could get them in trouble. I advise all of you to only speak in terms of self-defense and never speak of premeditated violence, wrote a man who identified himself as Kyle Based Stickman. Chapman, so Kyle Chapman, an extremist who has previously been convicted of violent felonies and is known for his attacks and rallies and repeated parole violations, among other crimes. He added, "I could be liable for what happens in Providence, so please stop making it easy for these people to prosecute us by putting threats of violence in writing that can be used against us later." So they're just like, you know, fucking keep everything secret, be as secret as possible, and then we'll sneak all this shit in and cause as much damage as possible and harm people.
Wow. Wow. What a bunch of fucks. What a cuck fucks, dude. What a bunch of fucking cuck fucks.
So, okay. I had a friend, who is now an acquaintance, who showed me a Gavin McInnes video back in like 2012 or something.
Who was it? Wow, okay.
And, you know, it really scares me to think like where their line of thinking might be nowadays, and whether or not they still identify with that kind of shit. Because he's a
really nice guy too.
What's sad is, like, a lot of Republicans, they don't care what happens. Like, they still stand behind Milo. They still stand behind fucking Gavin McInnes. They still stand behind all these, like, JonTron and all these disgusting fucking people after they say the most fucked up and defend the most fucked up bullshit. You know? Like, there comes a time when you either, like, this is the problem that I'm having. You either break bread with these people who enable these ideas, or you don't. And I'm, like, really struggling with that. Like, I don't know, man. Like, it's hard to be friends with people who enable other people to, like, say such fucked up shit.
Well, some of the enablers, though, like, you can't, like, some people don't know they're inherently enabling. Like, some people just honestly don't
smart,
give a shit.
Should. What if they've taken college classes? What if they're a very educated person and come off as very educated?
What I'm saying is like, some people just honestly don't care about politics in general. Like, and social order and
Everything is
stuff.
political.
I know, I understand that.
And if you like Gavin McInnes, then you are into politics, because he is.
Well, I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about you know what I'm talking about. Like, I'm saying that, like, some of the enablers are people who don't even pay attention to these kind of things. You know, like, there's some people who don't know the difference between left, right, socialists, and leftists.
And these fucking people, the same people who say, "Oh, the social sciences is the fucking waste of time," are all the people who need the fucking social sciences the most. Like, motherfuckers, holy shit.
Yeah, you're right. No, you're totally right. See, I didn't know Gavin McInnes was the creator of Vice.
He was?
Didn't it say Vice Media?
Oh, yeah. I thought you said ICE.
Vice.
I was like, what? Holy shit.
No,
Yeah,
no, not
Vice.
ICE.
He was like a co-creator. Yeah, something like that.
I wonder if he got kicked out, because I actually like Vice.
No, he stepped away because he's a dipshit.
Right. Okay.
I mean, I don't really care for Vice either. They're pretty,
I don't.
clickbaity sometimes.
There's some things that Vice does right.
Yeah.
So I guess that's our show.
Fuck the Proud Boys. If you know anybody who associates or calls themselves a Proud Boy, kick them in the balls.
Seriously, like,
in a video game.
I hope AJ kind of, like, opened the spectrum for you guys, like, I hope you gotta open your eyes to these fucking Nazis in sheep's clothing.
Yeah.
Nazis in Fight Club clothing.
Yeah. My God. It's a fucked up world we live in, and you have to be educated about this kind of stuff and know, like, what you're enabling, and it's fucked. And, I kind of put out a video about that earlier with the, what was it? The Gillette video, I believe, where I kind of touched on, like, you gotta watch who you're funding and everything, and, ultimately if the person's dead and they're problematic, it doesn't really matter. But if they're alive and their organizations are still around to receive your money and shit like that, no, fuck that. Like, pirate their shit. If it's your favorite stuff in the world, pirate it, whatever, but listen to it in a vacuum. Don't contribute to these people.
Yeah, don't give people money, just, like, I don't know.
Don't buy their tickets. Don't buy their T-shirts.
Like, don't buy their books. I mean, I can't really say don't buy their books because you kind of need them.
If they say to understand your enemy, you need to
read up everything they do.
It depends. See if you can score the book for free. See if you can. It's all about those good old commie tactics of.
So, check out our Twitter, check out our Patreon, check out our Facebook. We're mainly on Twitter and Facebook. Go check out our Instagram, because the Instagram is Instagram. Yeah.
Instagram's and Instagram's Instagram.
What else we got? You want to say anything else?
I love you all.
I love you all, too.
And I hope you enjoyed the show.
I'm sorry for the technical difficulties.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Goodbye.
Thanks. Peace!